Friday.
Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. You know it. He knows it.
Yeah,
you all know it. It's always Friday here.
You know the gist. Brian Hopper Lacoste. Shane here. He's here. I can't help eating. He fucking eats people. I mean, you've heard it all before. It's Friday. It's time to review Amityville Cop.
We didn't talk about my shirt enough last episode. I'm wearing Reptar. It's such a Tommy move, so Tommy.
Okay, great. No, it is. I'm gonna be honest. I like the shirt. Not gonna lie. I feel
like the combo doggy I have working a swan fucking kimono and then a Reptar.
There's way too much going on.
In a good way.
It's a little too much visually.
Understand that it's too much visual.
Yeah. So with that said, Amityville Cop. It's a movie that was filmed during the pandemic.
Do you want me to go back in the floor? I'll go back on the floor if you guys are going to talk to me like this.
Honestly, Mike, the direction you're creating right now within the team environment is so dilapidating. Like, honestly, just go on the floor if you want to. I don't know what you want me to say.
I'm with Brian on this.
Honestly, you have the option to sit on the couch or go on the floor. What do you want me to say? How about you tone it back a little and maybe wear some socks that are not so hole revealing, and then let's have a conversation.
Yeah, let's have a conversation. This time about Amityville Cop. He's on the floor.
You want to play it?
Yeah.
So you want to play it?
So
we'll play it. Ooh, I want to punch this drink and it spills everywhere. That's how angry.
Don't do that because this is not our home.
So fucking upset right now.
I'm sober.
Okay.
He's not.
He's not. No, he hasn't been for weeks. Amityville Cop is a movie that was filmed during the pandemic, and I was going to say it shows because there is about 3 locations. So that definitely hurts the movie a little bit.
I mean, it's not. They even mentioned they can't have a party beyond 10 people. Yes. Governor mandated.
When they brought that up, I was like, "Yep, they're talking about
pandemic movie.
They're talking about the demic."
So the thing though is what helps this movie is it's like an hour and 8 minutes.
Yes, that's very true.
So it's quick. And it's just funny enough that it's actually entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, I found it entertaining.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Really? I like this one.
You can care for it.
I mean, there's characters we're going to get into that were literally awful.
Yeah.
So let's first talk about the opening, which is probably the most pointless part of the whole movie. Because it opens with a guy and a girl talking on New Year's Eve. And the guy then leaves her, drives off, and gets killed by the Amityville Cop.
Yeah.
My whole thing is I thought this was going to lead into a story of the girl trying to investigate what happened or the girl being a central character. She's never seen again.
No.
So why do we need any of their backstory?
Normally I disagree with you most of the time because you're just so fucking dumb. But what you just said right there it's the truest thing you've ever said. Because they're building up a little backstory between these two, and there's no fucking point to it.
Well, because look, if you're gonna do that, kill both of them.
Just kill them both.
Or
don't have the opening scene with them having this dialogue. Just have the guy driving, and then Amityville coming up behind him.
Yeah, like he's driving to the girl. So we're just calling him the Amityville.
Yeah, I refuse to call him Amityville Cop.
Loves homeless people.
I'll just call him Amityville.
Michael, why is this movie called Amityville Cop? Do they actually ever say the words Amityville?
Do they reveal their location? Where are they?
Demonic Cop. I don't know what to say.
That's why it's
Demonic Cop.
It's so random that it's just called Amityville Cop, but it doesn't matter.
I love his little tagline in this movie when he kills people. You have the right to remain silent.
You have the right to remain silent. He says in the beginning.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
So we're gonna
I'm gonna move back up to the couch. I feel like we're in a better spot now.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're bonding.
Back.
We're gonna get introduced to the main character, who is this cop who starts off funny, gets really annoying 5 minutes into the movie.
So annoying.
I think maybe it's start funny on the first joke you made because he just makes light of everything.
Yeah.
You know when he lost me? I'll tell you the exact moment. He's making fun of
Tom.
He's making fun of Tom. The sole reason he makes fun of Tom is because Tom lives at home with his mother. But then Tom says, "Oh, my mom is very sick and needs to be taken care of." But he keeps making fun of him for that.
Yeah.
So would Tom be a cool guy if he fucking left his mom to die alone?
Yeah, duh. Yeah, no, it got too carried away with that. So, but you're not. I think the point is though, you're not supposed to like the main guy.
True. I also don't think you're supposed to like Tom because Tom's honestly a piece of shit himself.
They're all pieces.
Yeah.
Actually, the only person I like is Val. Was the girl Val?
Yeah, she was kind of normal.
Which one was she?
His partner. The main guy's partner.
The girl.
She was kind of like level-headed.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, she had a good.
Tom kind of like hates all the cops. Like,
Which,
honestly.
to be fair, they bully him the whole time.
Yep. Can I reveal my least favorite character?
Of course. Is it the chief?
It's Sergeant.
Yeah,
He is the worst actor of this movie.
He's awful.
Bar none. Hilarious, but awful.
Yeah,
So bad.
I think his delivery is very stale.
Yeah, he tends to leave things hanging, and like you expect him to talk more, and he just doesn't.
Yeah.
I will say my favorite person, though, besides Val, I fucking love Amityville.
Oh, Amity?
The Amityville
he's
Cop?
great.
Yeah, the cop's
he's
great.
great.
You have the right to remain silent.
Like,
Such a good line. by
he
him.
he honestly acts the shit out of that role.
also
Like, I love him.
He's also cleaning up a huge problem we're seeing with like all these homeless people. He's just getting rid of them.
Well, yeah, the one homeless guy had a crack pipe.
Get rid of them.
That's what Pat Bateman was doing in American Psycho.
This is getting rid of the homeless problem.
Killing homeless people.
You think the New York governor will hire him?
Eric Adams.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
He's a new New York governor.
He's the new boy.
He's the new. Where happened to Cuomo?
He was just doing his thing with like these bitches and shit.
Cuomo fucks, dude.
That guy's sick.
He's like,
sure.
I don't fuck, but I do.
Yeah. Right. Right. That was
I'm
awesome.
saying, like, that's what he does.
Oh, God.
He doesn't do it.
Cuomo.
But he does, really. He does do it.
What I do, I don't do it.
And
Yo.
his brother protected him. Like, that was the thing that they did. They had like a 1-2 punch.
It's like, I do the news, you do the governor shit. We got this. Wild stuff.
What is Chris Cuomo doing nowadays?
I don't know. Didn't he have allegations against him too?
I know.
That dude had a really like high-paying CNN job.
He got fired though because of the protecting the brother storyline. So
Yeah.
like, is he like Amityville Cop? Is he like
ridiculous.
Amityville reporter?
Is he Amity?
Are they all Amity?
You know what? I should have that.
Isn't Amity supposed to be based out of New York?
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure.
Where does Amityville Horror?
Is it based out of New York? I think.
Seriously? Like upstate?
I think it's upstate. Yeah.
Dude,
It's
we
a-
love
I think.
upstate New York.
I think it's
Upstate New
actually
York's great.
I think it's actually Long Island or Staten Island because it's based off of a true story of those families that are in the actual Amityville Horror were actually. The one family was murdered, and then another family moved in and said it was all demonic. Even though most people believe that it was either a mafia hit job originally or that the son killed the whole family, but it is based off of that. So
Like, honestly though, like they talk about all this story, but like nobody covers the police force. So like now we're gonna like incorporate the police force.
yeah, but never mention the house.
And we're gonna do so in a way that like the sheriff's partner was like unfortunately like dies in like, a fire.
Well, he was killed in a ritual sacrifice. They just said he died in a fire.
Died in a fire,
Right.
but like
Well,
there
we
was
get a whole scene of what happened to him.
Well, the main cult leader is this girl, older woman. She's apparently
we don't know her name, but she feels to me like an Esmeralda.
yeah. But I'm gonna look her up real quick because I think she was in like things like that. You guys talk about something as I
You're
look
saying
this
she's
up.
a B-lister.
Well, she's in Things 1 or Things 2 because you said Things.
She
I'm
thing
gonna
one
say-
or thing two?
I'm gonna say she was in more than.
What did Seuss cast her as?
Oh my God!
One or two?
Yo, your combo is the worst.
Yeah, I'll go back on this floor so quick it'll blow your mind.
Dr. Seuss, by the way, same birthday as mine. Just saying.
Okay.
What is that? March
2nd.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. Okay.
I always
She
get
was.
second and third mixed up.
Shut up.
I don't know your birthday.
She was in Maniac Cop.
The 86 movie?
She only does
Yeah.
cop movies.
The 1988 film.
She only
Maniac
does
Cop.
psychological. See, like, Mini Cop did it right because like they didn't throw Amityville on top of it. Like, you throw Amityville on top of it, fucking shit gets thrown everywhere. It gets very confusing when you throw Amityville on top of it.
It gets a little wild.
This better or worse than the Ryan Reynolds remake? I'm gonna say better.
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 I
This
love
is better.
Ryan. I love that.
No,
guy,
this
but that movie was horrible.
Terrible. This movie is better.
Trash.
Yeah, like I said,
Noise. Trash.
this movie has a charm to it. So let's talk about this other guy, Cooper, and his new partner. She's a new to the force. They're going to pick up this homeless man.
Detective Lewis.
And they're going to bring the homeless man to the precinct.
Gus.
Where he's just gonna live at the precinct for the rest of the movie.
I've never seen someone brought in on suspicion that's allowed to stay with the precinct for the entire time and have the same privileges as every precinct member.
I was gonna say he doesn't just stay there; he hangs out with them.
Yeah, he parties. He parties.
Straight parties with them.
I mean, so they're gonna interrogate him, and he kind of reminds me
of George Segal from Just Shoot Me. No.
I was gonna say the guy from Camp Blood who's like, you don't want to go to Camp Blood.
That jerk.
The way the guy talks, where he's like, it's a demonic cop.
Yeah, he keeps going back to that. Yeah,
it's Satan.
Yeah, he keeps mentioning like he's seen it.
Well, for our viewers, if you don't know what Shane sounds like when he comes, now you know.
Yeah. He keeps mentioning like it is demonic. It is saying, just mind you, this guy's seen this cop kill one time.
Yeah.
So his frame of reference is very limited.
Guys, I'm gonna fart. Are you okay with that, or should I go back to the floor?
No, I think you should fart, but put your mic near your asshole.
That's your thing. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't steal his thing.
I'll hold it in for the time.
Just fart.
Yep.
We're good?
Yeah. Why'd you lean towards me? Why wouldn't you go towards the other?
I asked you if you wanted me to move down.
I meant like
just
you
fart.
could have leaned this way.
I thought you meant that you wanted it.
No, okay. Anyway, so they're gonna accept, like, the one guy's gonna keep making jokes about it because it's literally he never has a dialogue line that isn't a joke.
Yeah.
You know the saying, what's that saying?
A bird in the bush is worth a bird in the bush.
No. What's your favorite saying? Put one and two.
Putting 1 and 2 together.
1 and 2 together. That's the
2 and 2.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
What were we gonna say?
I don't remember the quote.
Okay, so we're gonna move on from this cunt.
This is me, and that's the floor.
And you're going down. Yeah. So with that said, they're gonna now accept Gus's demonic thing, and they're gonna have he's gonna party with them. It's gonna be a big party.
Who's a better Gus? Gus, homeless Gus, or Gus Fring?
Homeless Gus.
No, it's homeless Gus.
Yeah,
easy.
That's what I said.
It's New Year's. They're having a party. Marcus and Lewis. Can you agree that Marcus and Lewis are vibing?
No, they're definitely vibing. They're like really starting to feel each other at this party.
They're absolutely going to continue vibing until Lewis gets killed in the bathroom.
Yeah, she's going to go to the bathroom and she's going to get Amityville.
Yeah, because where the cop is Amityville's the fuck out of her.
There's also a random cop that sees Amityville in the hallway and he gets Amityville.
And I love how like the cop, the Cooper,
yes,
I guess the second in command to the captain because he's been like working with him for like
honestly,
50 plus years.
Guy, if he's, I don't know anybody's name. If he's the one who I think you're talking about, the guy's a huge fuck face. I couldn't stand him.
Yeah, Cooper, I don't like him either.
Yeah.
But he said that like he saw Amityville and like he knows that Amityville was just running towards him and like that's all that we saw.
He's gonna report that they're dead. This is one of my favorite. Is after like the sergeant explains everything that's going on. They're like, we gotta fight. Let's go to the armory, dude. There's a sniper.
Bro,
there's an RPG.
They have a straight up bazooka.
Yeah.
Literally, the sheriff takes on the fucking RPG.
Tom's gonna separate because he's like,
2, 1. You hit that way too early.
I hit everything. I actually hit all the buttons and I just can't see them.
So they're all going to, the three of them, it's Cooper, the main cop, Val, and the sergeant are going to go to the armory. Gus and Tom are going to be like, let's just leave. So they do that. Gus is like, I'm going to go on without you or something. He walks for 2 seconds and dies.
Yes.
Off screen. Too fast. Because Tom's like, oh no, what happened? Opens the door. Gus is dead. Then Amityville is behind Tom. And he's like, do you want to join me?
All these people have made fun of you forever. Do you want to get the next comeuppance on them? And he's like,
that was a nice little juxtaposition with this, with Amityville and the clowns from the last review.
Yeah. It's all about joining for revenge.
Revenge, dude.
And he's down for it because like he's got nothing else to live for besides
his mom.
Mom, yeah.
So Tom's going to join, and Tom's going to attack the four of them, but they're fucking strapped now.
They're strapped. For sure.
So they just shoot Tom. So Amityville...
You know what I always say, right?
Bird in the bush is worth a bird in the bush?
No, I'm going to call us the ass boys from now on. Always stay strapped.
Oh. I feel like sometimes like you say stuff and it kind of like goes into a black hole, and like me and Shane don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, like when you said let's review American Psycho.
That's for the other show.
Well, it's all
Final Podcast.
Yeah.
Is the other show that we're talking about.
Yeah,
kind of like the flagship show that like we kind of like started like 2 years ago. That we kind of like care about just like a little bit. Okay,
that one. So.
No, because Brian promised me we'll review American Psycho, and then
we're gonna review it.
We will in 2023.
He's like, no, we never talked about it.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm like fucking like only 2 cups of like Captain In, but like I'm like a little trash right now.
And he actually means 2 cups.
That's all I mean. I didn't eat today. Like I'm like eating now to like sober up because I gotta like throw axes at things.
Brian's going to the movies tonight too.
I'm going to see a Black Phone, starring Ethan Hawke.
Good movie.
Shane's already seen
Good movie. Highly a thumbs up to that movie. But that's not what we're talking about. We're going to talk
Notice
about
how I haven't seen it, and neither they don't want to see it with me. We're supposed to be a fucking team.
So what?
And we're not seeing movies together now.
Yeah, well, it happens. I went with my family. So talking about this movie, Amityville is going to get up to the sergeant.
Oh.
In Amityville, you're thinking like this guy's black, but like he's also white too.
He is. It's weird because his makeup is chalk dust. We will talk about the RPG scene though.
Did we go into detail about how Amity became Amity?
Oh yeah, the cult.
The cult, and like the sheriff was like popping all these women in the red robes, even though there's only one person in the red robe and everybody else was in a black robe. And
so we did talk about that.
A little bit.
That went
way over your head. You're probably moving from the floor to the couch or the couch to the floor.
I have no choice. You're giving me no choice.
This is a normal movie where like everything's happening and there's this weird like Satanist ritual like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Me and Brian have watched some good cult movies though.
No, there's a lot of good cult movies.
The best of which is a TV show. True Detective.
Watch it.
Great show.
Literally the best season of television ever.
Also the best thing of television ever. Probably. Honestly, like in 8 episodes, like how can you compile better?
You like, can't. I literally don't believe you can. But we're not talking about greatness right now. We're talking about shit.
Whoa. We're talking about okay.
What did you rate this movie?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.
You asking me now?
Yeah.
I give it a 3. I also give like nothing that we review on this podcast like over like a 3 or a 2. So on like my scale, it's good.
Yeah.
For this podcast, not for Final Podcast. For this podcast, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like this movie for
what it is. You like it.
Yeah, like I enjoyed it. Some of the characters were annoying as hell.
Oh, I can totally sell this is like a 1. I could see that.
I could sell this as a light 1.
Yeah, I could see that. I can. Yeah. I can. All these movies that we review on this podcast, literally anything that we talk about on Final Friday that's on Tubi could literally be a 1.
Yeah, but like this is the thing. There's movies I've given a 1 where I thoroughly enjoy watching them.
Okay,
well, that's what I'm saying.
I get where you're coming from.
But like, usually those movies for me are like 2s or 3s. Like, I totally agree with you. Like, if I could follow it and like am entertained, that's what I'm gonna like say. Like, I enjoyed watching.
Yeah, and that's why I was entertained by this one. Literally, Amityville gets killed by an RPG at point blank range.
That is a fact.
That's pretty.
He literally gets shot by, and I love how the fact that they're like, yeah, we need to kill this guy with an RPG. Isn't even like a thought process.
Yeah, it's just like everyone just automatically accepts an RPG is the only way to go.
Represent an RPG, they're like, yep. Let's go.
Let's do it. So the 3 people after this happens, they're just sitting outside, right?
Yeah.
And I actually forgot what the very end is. Isn't Amityville still alive? Doesn't he? The
Amityville's alive through the whole thing. They kind of like set up like a sequel.
Yeah, they do. They do. They set up a sequel.
Yeah.
And
he gets absolutely destroyed and shot.
Yeah, and then somebody else. They all leave. Those 2 make out at the end.
Yes,
they're like a couple now.
Like Mark and Val, they had no sexual. Like they had mentioned like he flirted with her, but like she was super serious.
Yeah, she never.
So that she never expressed interest. But now they're like kissing and they're
Well,
a couple.
also when the new detective came in, he was flirting with that chick too.
And Cooper was like, "Yeah, you guys,
He does
I don't
do
know what
that.
to do with this."
He's just trying to sniz out, as we say here.
Yeah, just eating the sniz.
But like in the party, like fucking Cooper was vibing with Lewis, but even though Marcus and Lewis, like Lewis was like on the lap
Marcus and Lewis were literally about to fuck.
They were vibing.
If she didn't get murdered in the bathroom by Amityville.
For sure.
Like Marcus Is that his name Marcus? Why do I keep saying Marcus?
Marcus is Clown in the Woods.
What's the name of this guy?
I think Miller.
Martin Miller. Yeah, you're right. Miller is like totally vibing with Lewis, but he thinks he's Martin Lawrence.
Oh my God.
Which is where I'm getting at.
Okay. What are we saying here?
I'm saying that this guy wants to be Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
But yeah, like the main characters leave, and then somebody else comes, to investigate at the end? And then Amityville is like, I'm here, guys. You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
You have the right to remain silent.
What a good line.
It is a good line.
It's really good.
With that being said...
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, come on, Mike. You're a hard sell lately.
Yeah. I'm a little bit of a brat. You guys keep putting me on the floor, I'm going to be a brat.
Out of the 4 we did in this set, it was between this and Clown in the Woods is my favorite too.
Yeah.
And I recommended both.
Yeah, I'm with you, Shane. Usually I'm not. Yeah. In this podcast, usually in final podcast, I'm with you pretty much.
Yeah.
This podcast, it's a hit and miss, but
today we're on the same page.
Point.
Oh, great. You guys are together. Cool.
Oh, Mike, you're on the floor. So.
Yeah, that's why you're on the floor. Yeah, so I like it. Like I said, I don't know the director. I don't know any of his work really, but I know Gino McGahee never lets me down.
Never lets me down. Honestly, like, I know we're kind of like us and like Gino McGahee at this point are like best friends.
Yes.
But like, in all honesty, he's funny. Like, he puts shit out there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, agreed. Because so I've seen both Rise of the Scarecrows by him now.
Classic.
I've seen this one he wrote, and the other one I've seen by him was Satanic Meat Cleaver Massacre.
I have not seen it yet.
Which
so.
I actually really like. All right, Satanic Meat Cleaver Massacre doesn't even come close to either of the other 2 Rise of the Scarecrow movies, but it has that like classic kind of feel to it that he has, and I enjoy that one too. But I don't think like Rise of the Scarecrows 1 will always just be, I think because we saw it like so long ago, it has that special place in my heart.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a movie that just like kind of like made us like cry. Like that movie literally made us cry.
Dude, I love that movie. Legitimately, I love it.
I like just like when it's Pete, when he's like, I got that Max's house strip coffee. It's good to the last house.
Or Mike.
This guy, so fucking funny.
The director of this movie is Gregory Hatanaka, who really looks like he directs comedies for the most part. He doesn't really
Really?
Yeah.
So this is different.
He directed a movie called A Wise Guy Christmas.
Is that Cooper?
With the guy who dies in the very beginning of the movie.
Nice. Okay.
Who's probably 40 years older than the girl he made out with.
I was thinking the same thing. Dude, I'm like, yo.
I was thinking I was like, 100% he's like her dad.
I'm not even gonna lie. My dad walked in and my dad was like, wait, isn't that his daughter?
About it?
Yeah. I was like, it ain't that kind of movie.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we recommend this. And now, next week, I have no idea what this movie is, but we're reviewing...
We are.
Blood Vessel?
Blood Vessel? Nazis on ships. Who's ready for it? I know we are.
Are you
ready?
Because you think of Blood Vessel, I got a blood vessel that pop in. No, vessel is a ship, and there's Nazis they killed probably historically. I don't know. I'm not a World War II.
No aneurysms here.
No.
Shane, what was that?
I was saying no aneurysms here.
Are you...
Stop.
Were you doing that?
No.
He was saying safe. No safe space. Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to even do it.
You're sick. I was just going, no.
Saved her right.
Okay. See ya.
With the mic. Scyther swipe. Pokemon Stadium.
It's gone.
Well, with that said,
Shane, do you want a drink? Did you have a drink today?
bye.
I'll make you a drink.
Hit the music. Oh, no, that was a tiger roar.
Can I get your Dracula before we sign off?
My Dracula? Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy fucking shit.
We'll see you next week.